Yo, what's happening guys? Welcome back to Tokimotive. Alright, so I've got Alex around to give me a hand because I have heaps to do on that. We've got to get the wanka knuckles in, raise it up in height, the indicator wires in the actual harness, which I don't know how far they're snapped off in there. I just know I cut them off when they got munched at Archfield. Get it all ready in case my seats turn up tomorrow because I'm going to have to fit them mid-week so I can hopefully get it mod plated on the weekend. So we've got to pull the front guards off so we can get to the body harness properly. Got to get rid of the roll center correction kit, put all the suspension stuff in. So I'm probably going to chuck this on a time lapse and we'll just rip into it. I'll highlight bits and pieces and yeah. We found one indicator harness, so when it got chewed off, just kind of shielded it and kind of stuffed it down in beside the washer bottle. So that's one. Well, so far it's looking like we're not going to have to replace rack ends, which I was hoping for that to be the case. I might start slapping this side together if you want to start slapping your side together. Alright, so just by removing the roll center correction kit, it's kind of stood the wheels up and raised the whole car up quite a bit, which we're clearing. This is about 100mm. We're clearing on the rails at the front and everything else, but the dump pipe, so I'm going to say the last time I rebuilt it, I didn't tuck it up as far as I used to have it. So it used to not really sit below the rail at all, but no matter, I've got coilovers, so we'll just fucking undo them and raise it up that little bit, try and set the front to height, and then we can put other springs in the back, we'll chop them down to size, get them right, try to get the whole car the right height, and then set up the alignment on this. We'll fucking crank it up and see if we can get it to height. No, you would think that. Oh, I hit my knee instead. The driver's side one came undone easy as. This one is the one that always comes loose, so I Loctited it. Which, it doesn't come loose anymore. At fucking all. So we're going to chuck a socket on the top, try to hold it by the nut on the top, hold the coil over, and I'll try and belt it around that way because this lock isn't turning, the whole coilover's turning in the bottom, which I can raise the height, but I'm not going to be able to lock it off. So I get the feeling I've stripped the threads actually in the lock itself or on the coilover body. So if I can find another lock, which I put the feelers out on Instagram, if I find another lock to go up on, I can adjust down onto the coilover. And Alex is headed over to his at the moment. He's going to grab the coilovers he's got for his 33, and we're going to see what we can make work with them. Alright, well, we just fucking pulled the coilover out. So, clamp it in the vise. We've made ourselves a couple of fucking soft jaws, just a couple of pieces of rubber, and I'm gonna have a go at belting this around and hopefully it'll actually undo. That's someone trying to help me. Yes, sir. Alright. Well, we got it eventually. It was just a sheer bullshit amount of Loctite that I put in there, so we'll just clean up the threads and it should be all good to go. Didn't think through the positioning of this. Feels that way. So what we've decided to do for this passenger side indicator anyway, is there's a hole in the strut tower. So we're poking it through. Gonna hook it into the zip tie. Oh, yeah. Gonna hook it into the zip tie here. And then zip tie it there, feed it back out through this hole. And then it can chill sort of on the guard like that. And that should stop it from getting munched by the tyre again, which is what happened last time.
Yeah, it feels like
Fucking. That little fire I had has cooked my brake line, which it's not leaking, but it's not good. So I'll probably want to replace that pretty quick. Alright, so we've got three options. This is the ones that were in it, that sat too low. They're softer than these. So these would raise it up a bit, but they're going to make it stiff as fuck. I'm just not sure if they'll raise it up enough. Or we've got a soft as stock spring, which we can probably trim down. Might see how it sits with the short stiff coils. And if we can get enough height out of it, that's probably going to handle better than this really soft one. But it might not. We might not get the height out of it. I reckon we send it in and have a go at it. Alright, so I threw the stiff coils in the back and raised it up. We're up. Raised it probably about this much, which I got a good 10mm clearance underneath the back over top of this board, which is 100mm. But I'm still touching on the exhaust lightly in a couple of places. So I forgot that one of the rear hangers has come disconnected when I hit a wall at Archfield and bent the exhaust up. So I'm going to see if I can kind of force the exhaust up and bolt it and get it attached on that hanger again. It'll raise the exhaust up that little bit. Otherwise, I'll just wind the front coils up one more turn and that should raise the whole exhaust up just enough to clear. Because I want a good 10mm grace, just so if I'm sitting on uneven ground or tyres aren't quite pumped up properly or something like that, I'm not gonna get done for being too low after putting all the effort in to race back up. So I'm gonna fight that. Alright, so I managed to get that hanger reattached. I'm not gonna get that socket back out again, but there's no movement in that at all. Alright, so I got my 100mm ground clearance. I tucked the exhaust up and we've raised up the front with different springs in the rear. It clears the 100mm board I got, but only just in a couple of places towards the front on the exhaust. So I'm going to put the guards back on this so we can mess around with and set the alignment in the front. And I'm just going to turn those front coilovers up another turn. And I think that should be enough. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video, but don't worry, the second part of this one will be coming out sometime this week, a little bit later in the week. It's just, it was too much footage to try and cram into one video. As you might be able to see, the wagon's a little dusty, but you'll have to wait for the next half of this to check that out and see why. But anyways, I'm not going to keep you for much longer. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button for me, drop a comment below, and I'll see you on the next one.